No, same Cole. Same guy that comes in here and works extremely hard, communicates well. Goes out there and makes some plays. Obviously, it's a short week. We know that, and he's got some. Obviously he's been there for a while, and we know what this game is, and not just what it means to him, but what it means to our team. We're looking for number 9, and we're going against a very, very good team, very good defense, and we got a lot of guys that can make some plays over there, some high-effort dudes, and we gotta prepare and be ready for it, especially on a short week.
Statistically, it's easy to see what he's meant to the wide receiving group. What kind of competitor is for?
No, he's a very, very competitive at anything. He's an athlete. He does everything well, whether it's shooting hoops or playing ping pong or rock, paper, scissors. He wants to win. So we got a little hoop in the training room. He's on that thing all the time, especially in the OTAs, and him and some players are going back and forth. But he's very competitive. Obviously, he's been great for us this year, and I don't expect that to change.
Josh, has he been helpful at all about the idea of Thursday and Thanksgiving? He's done that. He did that a bunch, obviously, with the Cowboys himself.
Yeah, any questions that you may have, if you're on our team, you can go up and ask him. He's very open about it, and guys don't want to overload him with too many questions and things like that, but having that experience of playing on Thanksgiving year in and year out, it's going to play to his advantage, and obviously to get to be able to talk to him and ask him about certain things and about the crowd and the vibe that goes on there, so it's very helpful to have him here.
John Felicio said the upside of having a short week is there's not as much game planning. You can roll the ball out there and do what you do best. Is that something that you kind of embrace a little bit as well?
Yeah, I think most teams do. Usually on Thursdays, you're pretty simple with what you do. It's back to the basics and what you do well. And we've got our key stuff and our core stuff. And obviously, our coaches did a great job of game planning this past week, and they stayed up, late after hours, and they got the job done there. So we appreciate what the work that they've put in for us. And now it's just time to go out there and trust it, not to second guess, and just go play football.
What's the coolest part for you playing on Thanksgiving?
The coolest part is obviously I remember growing up, waking up on Thursday. Going and eating and then watching these games all day, and that's all I did, and stuffing my face with mashed potatoes. So I know there's people out there that are going to be doing the same thing, and I'm going to have a good support group there from back home. They're making the trip out. There's probably about 40 of them, so get to see them, and there's a lot to be thankful for. Super blessed, and really can't complain there.
Hey Josh, can you back to Cole for a second? Just what he's meant for the development of this offense. I mean, we talked about this even before the season started about how he'd be a great, valuable target for you. Can you kind of, 11 games in, kind of give us an update on that?
Well, the thing about Cole that I don't think really people give him credit for, his football IQ is extremely high. The things that he sees on the field, he's kind of like a quarterback out there. He sees things open before they are. Concepts that he likes, that he's given to Coach Dable, and we've incorporated them into our offense, and they're key core plays for us. And like I said, we appreciate him here, and we appreciate how hard he works each day, and the football knowledge that he has, and for me and him to have that open line of communication when we're on the field, and especially when we're off the field, being able to talk through things that we saw and just try to get on the same page there. It's been awesome.
Is it nice for you to have a guy that you pretty much can expect is going to win his pedal? I mean, you go through your progressions, but you can always count on he's probably going to be open somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, he does a great job when he's on the field, and there's not many people that can cover him, to be honest, with how quick and shifty he is. And he does a lot of work for us in these underneath routes, and he's a real big threat there for us. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Josh, in a short week where the practice reps just aren't there for you guys to get on the same page that way, what do you guys do to kind of get locked in and make sure you guys are in sync, absent the reps?
Well, I think the big thing, especially for the whole team, is just making sure that we're getting our recovery, our rest, making sure that our bodies are ready to go. Not having those sore legs on a game day, that's going to be tough. And obviously, it's my first Thursday game. Some guys have played in them, and some of them this is their first too. So we just got to lean on the guys that have played in this game before, understand how to go about things during the week. And I think Coach McDermott's been doing a good job of trying to keep us healthy and keep us going in the right direction and rehabbing the right way. We thank Coach for how he's been treating us this past week.
Josh, what does John Feliciano meant to this offensive line up front?
You can't really just single out one guy, but having him there and just the meanness and the toughness that he brings, the attitude that he brings. But again, he's one of those guys that is extremely smart. He does a lot of things at the line. Especially when he got moved to center, how he can play both positions and be in sync and be locked in and communicate very well. Not many guys can do that, and I love the guy, and he's been awesome for us, and he's going to continue to be awesome.
It's happened now a couple of times in games, where he's had to shift over to center, and it seems like the transition between you guys has been pretty seamless. What do you think it is about that relationship that's allowed you guys to do that?
Well, obviously he comes in, he's a professional, true professional. He comes in and works hard, knows his stuff. He's always studying. And then it's just one of those things off the field. There's a lot of guys I can say this with, but I trust him with everything I've got. Know that he's going to be doing the right thing, and he's going to have my back, and I'm going to have his. And when you have that type of relationship with the guy, you don't have to worry about him. He's going to do his job.
The offensive line has only allowed 4 sacks in the last 4 weeks. It's a group that, along with Bobby Johnson, completely new from last year. How have you seen them kind of develop throughout the season?
Well, I applaud Coach Johnson for what he's been doing. The attitude, the information that he's been giving them, the techniques that they've been working on, the protections that we've put in. Everything kind of goes into it, but at the end of the day, it's football, and it's a man-whooping-man game. And we got some guys up front that I wouldn't trade for anybody, and I truly mean that, and I really appreciate how hard they work. And, when they come into the facility, it's all business. It's all football. So, we got a really great group here.
Josh, I remember last year when you said once you got injured and went off to the side and saw how Derek Anderson operated, the game really kind of slowed down for you a little bit. But going into this year, your second year, when do you think this year it started to slow down even a bit more for you?
It's crazy to say it, but probably after that Patriots game. It was one of those games that obviously wasn't pretty, but I think it was necessary for growth and for development there, and understanding what I can and can't do on a football field. And I think after that week, I just kind of thought to myself, like, I need to be better. I need to do things different. And I've been helped out a lot with Coach Dable and Coach Dorsey and the quarterbacks in our room. I feel like things are going in the right direction right now, and I'm seeing things pretty well. But that's something that can go away. So I had to continue to stay on top of it, continue to keep working hard, timing with the routes. There's still a lot of things that I clean up. I got to clean up, and I will clean up. And I feel like the more that I play, the more that'll get better.
Do you remember what play specifically resonated with you the most?
I probably couldn't pinpoint it down to one play. Yeah.
This is quite a game for your first nationally televised game in the NFL. How do you avoid letting the outside noise and the pressure of it impact the game plan?
I don't really think it's any different from any other game that we've played. I really don't know the logistic, what makes it a primetime game or whatever. And we're going out there, we're playing football, how we know how to play. I'm going to trust the game plan that we've put in, and just try to play, like we've been playing the last few weeks. And obviously they're a tough defense, and they're going to be doing some things that we gotta look at and continue to game plan for. And we got to make some in-game adjustments, no doubt. And it's going to be a 4-quarter battle with these guys. And we just got to stay on track and go out there and execute the best that we can.
Hey Josh, your defense will play well all year, obviously, but they're going against an elite offense this week. Do you get the sense that this might be a game where your offense is going to have to produce, keep pace, and outscore these guys?
We'll kind of see that and get a feel when we start playing the game, when the game's going on. Obviously, they've got some really good pieces on the offense over there. I know Dak's playing extremely well, and they got a couple of receivers. They got the running back there too. That it's all pro guy, and so our defense, they're going to have their hands full. So we got to do our part on offense. It's a complimentary football game. We got to all execute in 3 phases of the game.
What jumps out at you on film when you look at their defense?
Obviously their D-line's pretty good. They got some guys that are very high motor. Lawrence is playing extremely well right now. They got some linebackers that move very well, and their DBs are pretty in sync with how they go about their things. So their defensive coordinator's got them in a good spot right now, and we got to go out there. We got to go and, like I said, trust the game plan that we're putting in and go out there and execute the best we can. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Josh.